I'm not fond of proposing dangerous plans, but if you turned around and pulled the lever, the clutch would disengage and the windmill would turn. Then the blade would carry us close enough to jump onto the wall. I take what I said back. I love proposing dangerous plans. Gage, once you pull the lever, jump when you are just about to pass over the wall. But first, could you sign this waiver that says this whole jumping thing was your idea? The first description of Atlantis in literature was from Plato in a series of discussions from his works Timaeus and Critias. According to Plato, Atlantis was a utopia that existed somewhere in the Western Ocean. It was never known whether Plato was actually describing the fabled lost continent or fabricating an elaborate concept to help prove an argument, as he was known to do. We shouldn't stand here for too long. From up here, we're likely to be seen. Oh, hi down there! Who, us? Just a couple of windmill repairmen doing their job. Gage, quick, show him your butt crack. Anyway, we should find a guys quickly before we really are spotted. Go on, Gage. Take a flying leap. There's not much action up here. My friends would faint if they heard me say this, but let's get down to those docks. I feel so cheap. If you can jump over to the crane, we could climb it all the way down to the docks. From our little perch, I'd say we have a couple of options. We can shimmy on down to the docks, or we can walk to the other side of this crane and climb down onto the mast of that dock ship. Remember, don't look down. I told you not to look down. Now you better use the umbrella. The writings on the sail on the back of that docked boat tell me it's Egyptian. Let's see, I think it reads, "My other ship is a barge?"
Avast, ye landlubbers! Ye face Arthur the Terrible and Blackwood the mildly terrible but still righteous mom. Strike ye colours and prepare to be boarded.
Don't mind me, I'm feeling particularly naughty today.
Luffy, what kind of cruise ship is this? No skipper, no Marianne, no professor? Probably no shuffleboard or holes in the hull. I'm leaving.
Look at that cloth. This ship must have been hauling silk, among other cargo.
Silk! How exquisite! Even though you're more of a summer, I think it would complement your jumpsuit perfectly. Captain's log, star date 1262 BC. On a routine expedition, we've stumbled upon a strange Atlantean vessel with no crew. I'm hoping to rescue a naive alien mermaid shackled within the brig of this ship.
Sorry, Gage, but you can't go any further. There's a native just out of sight ahead. You're going to have to assume a chameleon guise before you can go that way. Hey, I'm always good for a gaff. What's a gaff, you ask?
According to the Book of Webster, chapter 5, verse 4, a spear or pole topped with a curved hook.
In my dictionary, it's a useful thing to have in one's inventory. I'm fairly certain that the docked ship is of Egyptian make. What would it be doing here so far from home?
Coins for a blind beggar. A few coins for a blind old beggar.
Sorry, I can't help you.
Looks like nasty weather.
Nasty weather? That's strange. Even a cautious weatherman would tell you that today is a parasailing day. I'm sorry, I would have to disagree.
Really? I could have sworn I felt a star moving in. Well then, in that case, I think I'll stay here and get some rest.
Yes? A few coins for a blind old beggar?
Oh, right. Right, coins. Is there not something you wish to say?
No.
No, that's not... That is to say... I fear you are not whom I was expecting.
I must go now.
Very well, then.
He's a cagey fellow, but I guess being locked up will do that. Still, he seems to be waiting for someone in particular. Those large earthenware containers strewn about the docks are called pithoi. Bronze Age Mediterranean cultures used them to hold liquids like oil and wine. When full, they would be incredibly heavy, which is why I assume they have the loading crane. And when you need a crane to unload your booze, it's time to admit you have a problem. Many huge terracotta pots like those pithoi were uncovered in the excavation of Knossos, the Minoan capital on Crete. Many of them ranged up to 9 feet tall and 6 feet in diameter. It's amazing they could turn pots that large, let alone fire them. All those handles were to distribute the weight over multiple ropes when they moved them. That's not how Halloween works, Gage. You have to put on a costume, then you go ask for candy. Try donning one of the guises in the chameleon image database before speaking to someone from the past. Can you imagine how that person would react if an exact mirror image walked up and said, "Hi"? Well, I guess you can. Anyway, most people would not handle it as well as you did. Let's choose a different guise to interact with that person.